Hi, welcome back. This is part two. I don't know, the internet was just interrupted for the part one. So if you are watching the replay, and I will remind you to find the part one and the part two. So this is the second part. We were talking about most of people, majority of people, right? And when you deal with them, you will find that they do not have strong enough motivation. They just want to stay as a NAM. Earlier we compared between the 9 and the NAM. What's the difference and why we would want to become a line? But the majority, the reality is most people just want to stay in the comfort zone, stay as an M, and do not want to pursue too much or do not want to take too much efforts to be as a line. So in this situation, and further, I want to share with you why the line. And of course, most people do not want become line because life will be easier, right? Without taking so much kind of a risks as lines. In the wild wilderness, and if you compare lion with other animals, it's very interesting situation. It's just like a lion does not necessarily to be the, how to say, if you compare the size, which animal is really the biggest in the wild? Not really a lion. It's elephant, right? Elephant size is the biggest, but which animal is the heaviest? Lion. Maybe it's a hippo, right? And then if you compare about who is the tallest animal, it's also not lion. It's a giraffe. And then if you compare about the speed, is the lion really the fattest one? No, it's a cheetah. And then you compare about the smartness. Who is the smart, maybe the most smart animal you think in the wild or in the jungle? It's maybe you will say monkey, or maybe some of you will say snake, right? Those animals, most people will think they are smartest. So if you compare single aspects, lion is not really the best or the strongest or the, how to say, the tallest, the biggest, the most heavy, the fattest one, or the smartest one. But why lion in the wild, it's really recognized as the king? Why? Do you think about that? Majority of us do not, we want to become like a lion because the lion has the quality that even though he's not the biggest one, not the heaviest one, not the tallest one, not the smartest one, or not the fattest one, he has the belief and the self-confidence to be the king, to take the lead, to take the responsibility in the wild, and to really dominate almost his zone. When the lion is in an area, he will dominate that zone to claim his kingdom, to claim his position as the king, right? So very interesting. And we were talking about the majority of people actually do not really want to be a lion, and they do not want to, in their life or in their business, they do not want to pursue too much or work too hard or, how to say, take too much responsibility as a leader. But maybe around that 10 or 5% of people who are the leaders, who are the most successful ones, they become lions. It's not because they were born as lions. They grow into lions. Just as the picture I just posted for my live event, right? With that picture of the lion and or the lamb together. Very cool picture, right? And there's a quote from Robin Hood. It's rise and rise again until lambs grow. Let's say until lambs become lions. So that's a great word from leader. Robin Hood is a leader. He's been leading those ordinary people and poor people, right, to grow from lambs into warriors, into fighters, to really, how to say, fight with authorities, fight with rich people, and to get their rights, get their freedom. So that's a great image. Like nobody's really born as a lion. Even Robin Hood, he himself grows into a lion. And how many of you really watched the movie, The Lion King, right? Very famous cartoon, but even though it's a cartoon movie, very famous one, and it's teaching us a very great wisdom and insights. In that movie, the older king, right, is Mufasa, the king. He was teaching the young cub, the Simba, the little lion. The Simba, when he was little, he has no clue what is leader, what is really like lion means, right? What is his kingdom? He has no clue. He's just a like young kids want to have fun and playing, just like us when we were young kids. We have no clue of what the outside world. We just want to play, have fun in our life, and make friends, right? And so here, the first stage I want today also share the three phases that a lamb could grow into a lion. The first one really here, I want to use this story of the Simba. It's like, he was not really born into a real lion yet, even though how to say, biologically he's a lion, but in his mind, in his soul, in his spirit, he's not a lion yet. So he's just like an ordinary baby. And he studied the king. Mufasa was teaching him in looking at the stars, right? Look at all those ancestors' images and think about him, teach about his like his responsibility as the leader, and about his kingdom, about like the vision, what he needs to take and to help his kingdom to grow, right? To protect his kingdom. So that is the father is teaching the son to have the to really own his dream and vision. But of course, during that time, Simba did not really fully understand. He just was amazed by all those stars, right? Those images of his ancestors and like the kingdom his father's describing to him. So he does not really own his dream or a mission or vision yet, until his father was killed. After his father was killed by his uncle Scar, and Simba just escaped, right? Fortunately, he escaped, and he ran out of his kingdom and went to far place. So everybody thought he's dead. And during those growth years, he was saved by, I forgot, another two animals, and very lovely animals saved him and raised him up. And every day they were singing. What's the singing about? Let me see. Makuna Matata, right? Makuna Matata. No worry, be happy. That's very famous singing, and almost like Logan in his young youth age. And then he totally forgot about the tragedy about his father's death, and he only grew up with those kind of how to say very normal, very how to say comfort environment. That environment almost like raised him up as a lamb, even though he was born biologically he's a lion, right? He's supposed to grow up to be a real lion, but when he was put into a totally different environment and was different teaching and impact from people, very nice people, right, around him, and he grew up like a lamb. He forgot about his real nature is a lion. So as a almost like he became like a lamb. He was thinking about how to have fun, no worry, and every day just how to live by, right? Until one day he was reminded about his how to say, where he came from as a baby, and his kingdom was still suffering because of scars, darkness, like a control, and his mother, his Nala, his best friend, right, and his other people. It's almost like, in our words, it's like his people, the people in his kingdom, other lines, are suffering from the cruel, how to say, governing, or the cruel control of the Scar, the new king, who is really not have the best characters or the qualities of a king, but he's just have that kind of a greedy to be a king and to try to control everybody and to make them into a miserable life and just to obey him, right? So otherwise he will destroy them. So in that coming, and then till then, Simba learned about that and all his background and what his people and his nine kingdom are still suffering. That woke him up to reclaim his mission, to save his mother, his best friend, and his kingdom. So that's the moment of when people are awakened with their dreams, with their vision, with their mission, and that will totally change their world. So that's the first phase, is really gain your mission and your vision about who you are really be, and you who you want to grow into, and what kind of a responsibility and a mission you are taking. So that's a really awakening point for Simba to claim his. And I also wish that you already experienced that kind of a enlightenment moment to claim your purpose, your passion, and your mission in your life, and also through your business. And normally when I teach, I help visionary entrepreneurs and life changers to really own their purpose and their passion, especially to have the clarity of the mission and vision they have through their beloved business, the passion-driven business, to change more people's lives. So that's the first stage, is really claim your dream, mission, and vision. But here, when as I introduced earlier, majority people, they are not they do not realize that they are lines, and they just think, oh, it's okay, I'm staying in my current way. So if you are the leader, how can you wake them up? So not just you wake up with your own purpose, passion, and mission, and you also help other people to really to be awakened and to claim their purpose and passion. So it's actually, that's what I'm been doing. Like quite many of my clients, and even some of entrepreneurs, right? They may think that they have a passion, but when they are not fully 100% clear about their purpose and what they are called to do, and then many times, even though they are running business, they will lack of the power, lack of the enough motivation for long run running, because business is not really easy, not overnight. Nobody can really have like overnight success, even in the fastest speed in internet, right? Even people do the internet online business, you still need hard work to get results. So business is never easy, and how you can really achieve great things if you only think about make good money and how to say make a good living, and that kind of a short-term motivation could not support you through all those kind of trials and tests and big challenges or problems. Only till you claim your purpose and your mission, and also build up your big vision, and that can connect yourself directly with who you truly are, and that can support you through all the years, different kind of challenges, ups and downs, and the natural part of entrepreneurship could that support you to become a real line. So that's the first phase, is really own your dream, your mission, and your vision. Okay, and so now let's talk about, by the way, Natesa just joined us. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any comment, feel free to put under my input that under my video. And now we just talk about the first phase, is really own the dream, mission, and the vision. And that's very important for a line to be a line different from a lamb, because line, like earlier we mentioned, lines are leaders. And if you do not have your own purpose and a call, how could you lead other people, right? The first differentiation between lines and lamb is really, line has a vision and has a big core. That big core will take the line, will guide the lines to take that responsibility to lead other animals, including lamb. And lamb will be just like followers, right? Because lamb does really have like a big vision. They are short, they could not stay far away, and they do not have that inner strength to claim that. But the majority of lambs, if we like leaders who have already become leaders can use the right way and learn all this wisdom and strategies to guide them, even them could really grow into the lines. Actually, today's main topic is how to, because the majority of people are still lambs, how could we turn them into lions? Is first to help them really wake up, to connect directly, fully, and deeply with themselves, and remember, just like Simba did. Remember, through all these years, he forgot, right? He forgot his kingdom, forgot his original vision, but then help them to remember their vision, their mission, and what's their dream about. So that's the first phase. And the second phase is learn to connect courage. The 9 is almost like a symbol of courage, right? The strength, power, and courage. And also like Simba, I like to use Simba as an example. He does not have the courage initially, and he often shows his fears. His fears. When he was facing the Scar or facing that kingdom, he wanted to escape because he did not think he's strong enough, right, to fight that the new king, that the evil one. He did not think that way until he get really, how to say, learn and remember what he learned. And also, of course, he gets support, right, from people who love him, and he gets the courage. So here, learn, very important. Who you should learn, who you should follow. Even as lions, as leaders, we need to follow our role models to get our strength, to get our courage as well. For example, when Simba was afraid, he was almost like want to escape, right? He was thinking about, remembered his father when he was young, what his father taught about him, about those ancestors, those courage, those how to say, their responsibilities, their strengths, how that inspired him to reclaim his courage. So, and he's following his father's guidance, and even those ancestor spirits guidance, to give him that belief that he is the king, and the evil one is not the king, even though they used what kind of a mean ways to control the kingdom, but they are not a real king. He is the king. So he followed his role models, followed his father and ancestors' guidance, and recollected his courage to fight and until he get a victory, right? So does not mean like lions do not have fears. We all have fears. It's just like how we could dance with our fears and connect our courage, learn from great ones, learn from our mentors, learn from role models. We choose those very wise ones, very like wise and powerful and very like strong lines in the society. Those great souls, follow them, learn from them, and get our courage as well. So that's the second one. Keep learning to connect our courage to be the lions. And now we get into the third phase. It's really keep taking challenges and continuously take actions to own our self-confidence. Nobody is really born with full confidence. Every one of us will have self-doubt and challenge, right? And how could we really gain that self-confidence and get the results? Great results is really come from great actions. If you just think, even though you have a phase 1, phase 2, right? Phase 1, you claimed your dream, you claimed the mission and vision, and then phase 2, you are learning, you learn all the great wisdom strategies from great ones. But if you do not take actions, all your inspirations or everything is just like in your mind, in your imagination, in your dreams, still stage dreams, right? If you do not take into action, do not really face the challenge and take the challenge, nothing will change. Everything will be like in your fantasy. Your reality will stay as a reality, right? Only like how to say, Robin Hood, we need people to start to fight, to take actions every day. And Simba started to fight with the evil ones and take actions to guide his people, save the people. All these actions and really make a difference. So action make the difference, right? No matter how great you are, like you get the best symphony and the best dream or vision, and also you learn from the best ones. If you do not take actions, take the challenges, and to really experience the ups and downs, to deal with all those problems, and you cannot really grow out from the lamb into life. So it's very important that the phase 3 is really take very disciplined daily actions to be there, to present, to be there. It's like, for the simple example, for me, the Facebook Live initially last year, I started in September, I think. It's almost over 1 year and 3 months. So I started September. During that time, I still remember I was totally not very confident. I was like, Facebook Live is still like a new things and strange things to me. I just watch some other people were doing their Facebook Live. I think, oh, this is a great, opportunity for me to build up my connection with my audience. And so I took the challenge actually from my mentor during that time, and took the 90 days challenge, just for 3 months challenge, and to start my Facebook Live, start my show, right, my theme show called Inspiration and Implementation Live with Spring. I started from there, and I finished that 3 months challenge, but then I never stopped. I keep running it. So every week, Thursday, 1 p.m. I'm here, Eastern time, I'm here. And even though I may sometimes have events, I will still make sure that I will share through Facebook Live with you and talk with you to share my inspirations, my learning, and to really teach and provide values. So that's a great example. I grow out of my fears, out of my not being confident into today. I'm really, much more. I'm not saying I'm 100% confident. I'm much more confident. I'm more like a, how to say, the youth time of the Simba. Now I'm getting more courage into myself. I'm taking daily disciplined actions. Not fully, as my desired, but I'm already on that track, on the right track. I just need add maybe 1% more of efforts, or maybe 10 times more efforts, something like that, right? Some people say that. So I just need keep on the right track and keep doing things every day and add more into what I'm doing now. Like 1 year before, I was not fully confident about Facebook Live. Now I'm more confident about Facebook Live. I'm getting more used to it. So I'm slowly getting into like a comfort zone. So I need now new challenge for myself. How can I, expose myself more? How do I present better and greater information? And also, like previous many months, I was focusing on strategies. Then during that time, I feel like comfortable every time I share some strategies. And then I realized I was not fully using the inner strengths I have, the wisdom I have. I've already learned, and I was just thinking more about like programs or products or sales, things like that. But here, more and more, I'm collecting more of the true values I can provide, the true confidence, the belief that I can provide to inspire and empower other people. So I was not really thinking about any like business or results, everything like that, but purely in a position to serve, to provide values. So that's where I will challenge myself more to step into the true strengths of myself as a line, as a leader, the best part of myself to contribute to others, to empower other people, to really help them to grow into line. So that's my new mission. Okay, so I'm challenging myself as well. And so here, and take all the actions. I want to encourage you to following this video. I want to encourage you to comment what inspirations you learn and what kind of actions you want to take to grow from wherever you are. Either maybe you are not a lamb already, you've already grown up, right? So, but to become a real lion, to become really, a powerful and strong leader in your field, what would you do? Have you already presented enough of yourself? Have you already shared enough values with others? Like last week, I shared like what values are you adding today, right? Are you really every day adding values? Are you keeping challenging yourself, taking challenges, and also taking continuous actions to create results, to transform more other people's lives? So ask yourself these questions. How much you think you are doing now? 50%, 70%, and how much more you want to strive to do, and you have the higher potential to reach, and how much more you want to do, how much more you want to present in the market. For example, I'm now doing once a week Facebook Live. I will ask myself how much more I want to do, right? Can I add one more Facebook Live and to teach, to share my life inspirations, to share the very best practice I learned? So that's a challenge I'm asking myself. And here, and many of you, I know that you may still have the, like I said, the phase 2, right? The phase 2 and the phase 3. You need to learn and also need to take action to overcome the fears and to own your confidence and own your courage and also strength. So that's a process. So you need to start it from somewhere. Like I were taking the 90 days challenge. I want to challenge you. If you have not started your community, for example, I have my community, Abundant Entrepreneurs, on the Facebook. You are welcome to join us. And if you do not have your own community yet, ask yourself why. And if you have not started your Facebook Live, or even though you started, if not continually doing it, every week to be constant present, ask yourself why. If you have not, keep sharing great values every day, ask yourself why. I hope you could answer yourself and find the reasons why you are still like holding yourself back and what is blocking you from reaching your next level as an expert, as a leader in your field. If you still have like a confusing, you're not quite sure about your niche yet, and where is your strength, who are your best markets, and what's their what's the biggest challenge, and how you could help them solve it. If you still have those questions, contact me, because I help people to really claim. I have a program called the Purposeful and Profitable Niche Secrets. I help people to really clarify all the inner treasures from the purpose, passion, the gifts, their strengths, to the outside. The niche is just like a bridge between you, the best of you, and your ideal market, and help you clarify who are your best clients, what's their top challenges, how you can serve them, and what way you can present to attract them instead of pursuing them. So all the focus is really present the best of you, the best values of you, and constantly present there and also attract them. So here I want to give you a free tool that can really help you to make a shortcut, almost like shortcut through this the second and the third phase, like the learning and the taking action phase, to help you take the shortcut and quickly and easily can create valuable things to present to other people and to really resonate and connect with your ideal audience and attract your best clients. So it's called Content Creator for Expert and Leaders. I hope you will get a chance. Make sure to double check the link I will share under my video and to download your copy and use this tool for your best advantage. And you can create wonderful content, and not just content, it's really use these ways, the media sense, to express the best of you and give the best values you can give. Okay, so and also if you have further questions, or if you want to learn more about how to take how to overcome your current blocks, why you could not, you are still maybe like between the lamb and the lion, and you really want to become a lion, and how you can get there, and what's still blocking you, and how you can fully claim your clear vision, your mission to take actions, and what kind of a strategy plan you need to really get you where you want to be. So if you want that, welcome to double check my comment. I will also share a link for a complimentary Abundant Business Breakthrough session. So it will be a free session for you. So welcome you to take that, take this good opportunity to take this session to talk with me about what is blocking you, where you want to go, and how you can take a great strategic plan to get there. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me. Even though you are watching the replay, feel free to comment. So what's your aha moment? What's your takeaway, and what action you want to take right away? Since today, don't wait. Any kind of inspiration you get, take action, and then make it work for you and to benefit you and your clients. Thank you so much. We will see you next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and stay in touch. Thank you. Bye.